In the previous video, I was talking about my experience as a reporter when I was a teen, 18, 19 years old, and how I enjoyed covering boxing. There was one other boxing story I wanted to tell you. Now, this was a weird night because the next day I was planning to take a flight to Arizona to go to work in some tiny little station in the middle of northern Arizona between Flagstaff and Albuquerque, a town called Holbrook. It was it was basically a trailer hooked to a cinder block building. It was desolate, to say the least. But I was young and I was going to take my first job out there and I was going to be headed out in the morning. But the night before I was to head out, there was another pretty important boxing match. Now, in the previous one, I was telling you about how Scott Ledoux, a Minnesota fighter, was going to be fighting Larry Holmes. On this night, it would be Scott fighting Ken Norton, who was a former champion. He was kind of on his way down, and they were going to fight. Now, if you saw this fight, you may remember it. It was on TV, I believe, and Ken Norton was getting pounded. It ended up being a tie, but Ken Norton was going to be pounded. And the way they tried to wake him up, they poured ice down his trunks. Remember that? It was all over the floor. People were complaining. Anyway, I'm at this fight, and I'm covering this fight, and I'm sitting literally in the front row because I'm with the press. To my right is an old-time radio guy that I've known for a number of years, good guy, and we were talking back and forth. Now, on my left side, this is like 78, 79, maybe, well, 79. Another guy on my left, he's a young black guy, just a very outgoing, friendly, nice guy, and we're having fun. We're going back and forth, talking about stuff. Well, this young black guy gets up and goes to the bathroom or something. The old radio reporter to my right says, "You know who that is, don't you?" I go, "Fuck, I don't know who it is." He says, "That's Sugar Ray Leonard, dipshit." Now, I know who Sugar Ray Leonard was. He was in the Olympics in '76. His career was starting to take off. But it was out of context, so I didn't really think about it. I didn't look at him that hard. I go, "Holy shit, that's Sugar Ray Leonard." So he comes back, and I start talking to him as Sugar Ray Leonard, and we're having a great time. He's talking about his career. He's talking about all this stuff. So when it's all said and done, I go home. My grandparents are living with me. My grandfather's a big boxing fan. My dad's a big boxing fan. My brother's a big boxing fan. I said, "Listen, man, I was hanging out with Sugar Ray Leonard." And they all said, "Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. You interview some people now and again, but you don't know anybody." I said, "No, really. We got to be pretty close talking that short period of time. He's cool." And they didn't really buy into it. They weren't all that impressed because I've talked to a lot of famous people but never really built any kind of relationship with them. So the next day, I'm going to the airport. And my brother's going along, my two sisters, my mom and dad, and my grandparents are there. Me and my mom and dad are going to take off in the flight, and my grandparents are going to drive everybody back. So anyway, we're standing in the airport. And I'm still talking about Sugar Ray. "Yeah, I saw Sugar Ray." "Yeah, okay. We've heard enough of that. Just fucking lighten up." And as I'm standing there, I hear somebody yell my name. "Hey, Mike! Hey, Mike!" And who the fuck is yelling at me in the airport? And I look over, and it's Sugar Ray Leonard, remembering me from the night before, and his entourage. And they come walking over, hug me. He hugged me. He ended up hugging my mom and my grandmother, talking to my sisters and stuff. And all I know is when we got on that plane, my dad's mouth, my grandpa's mouth, and my brother's mouth was hanging wide open because a motherfucker really did talk to and got to know Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, I will tell you this. I've seen some of Sugar Ray Leonard's fights after the fact. We didn't stay in touch. We aren't close buddies. We don't talk all the time. But for a 19-year-old kid, 18, 19-year-old kid, that was the coolest moment at that point in my life.